everybody, it's me, Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm here with a book haul. I got my Mercari shop up and running again, and I had some money squirreled away, and I bought too many books. And I just organized all my shelves. What can you do? So I have two huge piles next to me. I don't know where they're gonna go, but let's just go. So I bought three bundles, and then I bought some books on their own. But let's see. I got Lake's Edge by Lyndall Clipstone. I don't know if I've heard anybody talk about this. I think this is a dark fantasy. It's about Violetta and her younger brother, who has forbidden black magic, and they meet a man known as Monster of Lake Edge. Rowan is his real name. And then shit happens. So yeah, I love her hair, by the way, on the cover. Oh, and it matches the... So I don't usually read like dark romance fantasy, but I thought I'd give it a try. Let me find a place. That seems safe. Next I have A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I think I've seen somebody mention this, but I can't remember who or when. But it's about a bard, Jack, who is summoned home because girls are going missing, and his childhood nemesis believes he's the only one that can find them. And there's elemental spirits. So yeah. And it's like a mystery fantasy thing. I like it. I like bards. Next I have Realm Breaker. This is the paperback version. I think I tried to read this on audiobook, and I didn't like... I think I've mentioned this before. For some audiobooks, like accents or just a voice, it's sort of like itches my ear in a bad way. So I could try it in paperback, but I am interested. I have not read her Red Queen series, but that's fine. This is about a bunch of people I've seen here on the back. And oh, I like that that's her arm holding the sword. So yeah. The fight for the world has only just begun, it says. We do like a shiny book. Next I have Ruin Song by Julia Ember. Oh, and that was by Victoria Aveyard. This is LGBTQIA+ romantic fantasy with two young women from rival factions. That's always a plus. Put that there. I also have Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. For some reason, I keep getting this confused with Caraval. And I think it's the cover, because this cover I saw for Caraval was black and red. But this is not that. This is a standalone. And she also wrote The Starless Sea, which says coming soon. And it's about a circus that comes into town, obviously. The title, it only opens at night, and there's a duel between two young magicians, and there's romance. So yeah, we'll see how romancy it is. Next I have Thorn by I have to sound that out. Intisar Khan Ani, I believe. I think this is a trilogy. I saw some like special edition books of this and 2 others, so I think it's a trilogy. I've been interested in this for a while. It is, I believe it's Arabic inspired. At least that's what the cover is giving me, like these things. Not totally sure. There's a princess. She's like Jasmine. She wants to escape her royal life. And then she gets robbed of her identity. Oh, it's like a Goose Girl retelling, like, Little Thieves, which I've also got. But she did it to herself, or sort of. So yeah. I also have 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I know, on the late train for this one. And it's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who did Daisy Jones and the Six and a bunch of other books, but everybody knows Daisy Jones and the Six right now because the adaptation. I think they're adapting this, but I don't know. But this is about Evelyn Hugo, who's a Hollywood icon. From the cover, she's like the 50s, 60s Hollywood icon, but now she's reclusive. And she chooses an unknown magazine reporter, and talks about her life from the 50s to leaving show business in the 80s and her 7 husbands, and more. This is a hidden gem, not a hidden gem, a hidden, it's not even hidden, a great forbidden love, LGBTQIA. So I think yes. That was me babbling about the book. This, I've got Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. Those are 2 characters. As of now, I believe this is a standalone. I haven't seen anything about a sequel. It is Asian inspired. I'm not sure. It's just Asian inspired. Maybe Chinese. Don't quote me. It's about a girl who has no memory of her past, magical powers, and Altan. His family was murdered and his birthright hijacked. And then they meet and do stuff. And that's just the regular version. Oof. Next, I've got The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. People said this was chunky, but this is chunky. This is the paperback version. I saw they were a lot of people were selling this and the prequel. Was it it's either a Lumicrate or Fairy Loot hardbacks, and they've got like the lovely sprayed edges for like $200. I mean, get your money, but not for me. So yeah, this is a chunky fantasy book. There's supposed to be dragons in it, hopefully. Ooh, shiny. The ending just says, the divided East and West refuse to parley and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. So excited for that. We will not put that there. We'll put that there. And I did, get the Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition, Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, which is the prequel Got some more dragons on the back. Yes, so even though it's a prequel, I wonder if I should read The Priory of the Orange Tree first. I don't know. Oh! I did not see that. That's gorgeous. Ugh. Oh, and it is signed. I think I've got a, I think I got a Barnes & Noble edition of King of Scars that's signed as well. So, put those chokers together. Alright. Pile 1 down. Onto pile 2. A Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucier. I want to put an F in there, but it's not Lucifer. This is the... I can't remember which version this is. I think it's either Illumicrate or Fairy Loot. It comes with a card. And, oh, this is Fairy Loot. A little signed thing. Sprayed edges. Cover also. I think I first saw this on a website, and I was like, that looks interesting, because it was a lady with this mace, and then I saw this cover, and I was like, ooh. Oh, let's see what the... Ooh, that's nice. And then... Oh. I thought it was a lady, but it might have been a guy with a mace. I can't remember. It might have just been a person in armor. But that's lovely. Sometimes you ever look at a book and you go, oh yeah, that looks cool. But then you see like, oh gosh, another cover and you're like, that cover just speaks to me. And that's what this did. Gosh, I mean, I normally like blues, but I don't know. There's just something about like the gold and then like the iron of the mace and all that stuff. It's good. Set that off to the side. Next, I've got some Desperate Glory. Look at this cover. And then look at this. I believe this is the Illumicrate version. First of all, shiny. Oh, I didn't tell you what Year of the Reaper was about. My bad. It's a fantasy. Lord Cassia disappeared. He was in a prison cell. He's now 18. His castle has become a refuge. They brought enemies with them. And then Cass and a new friend realize who is behind the attacks is far less important than why. I apologize. Now go back to this. I think this is a sci-fi. I got it with two other books that were also sci-fi. So it's just so shiny. You can't really see it on screen, but yeah, those are gorgeous. That's the inside. That's the other side. Oof. Let's see. Kier was trained for the day. She can avenge the destruction of Earth. She's one of the best warriors. Signs her brother to certain death. Or somebody else, not her. And relegates her to a nursery to bear sons. Then why did you make her the best warrior? Command. The government is always stupid. Then she has to escape with her brother and her brother's friend. And yeah. I believe this... I don't know. This might be an adult book, but it also has trigger warnings in the front. which is always fun. That should happen more often. Oh. Then I have another gorgeous one, Red Scholar's Wake. Did I say that was by? That was by Emily Tesh. This is by Alete de Bodard. I'm pretty sure I messed that up. This is also an Illumicrate edition. It's also very shiny. I don't know if that shows up on camera. Look at that ombre, gorgeous. That's the end pages. There's the other one. Let's see. It's about two characters, XICH space SI and Rice Fish. Ixie? Oof, I'm not sure. Is a bot maker, a mother, interesting, and scavenger. She's been captured by Rice Fish, leader of the Red Banner pirate fleet. And Rice Fish is a sentient ship, leader of the Red Banner pirate fleet, wife of the Red Scholar. At least she was until her wife died under suspicious circumstances. Interstellar war against piracy. Boo. And 5 fleets' brutal fight to survive each other and the attackers. Exciting space opera, and a beautiful romance. Nice. So LGBTQIA plus romance here. It is part of a series, but I think this is the only one so far. Ugh. Then I have, I believe these are the Owl Crate editions. Yes, this is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, like Los Angeles, and When Night Breaks. Yes. Where does it? I don't know if it says anything here. These are basically, they don't have a cover because the cover is gorgeous enough. This came out a while ago, so let's see. I think I want to say yes, there's magic. It's about a city covered in ice and ruin. A group of magicians face off to become the next headliner, only to find themselves under the threat of an unseen danger. Number of missing magician piles up. So yes, it's as a genre, young adult fantasy romance with magic. So let's hold these both up. Ta-da. Then we have Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. This is Illumicrate as well. And it's LGBTQIA sci-fi. Let's see. It's about... Oh yes, a prince is killed. His widower is rushed to an arranged marriage with an aristocrat in a bid to keep rising hostilities between two worlds under control. But the Princess Death may not have been an accident. And then the two have to learn to trust each other and fall in love. So yes. How many, like, Star Trek fanfics are based on that? Kirk and Spock have to rush into a marriage to keep an alliance, and then murder and mystery. So, I like it. I like it. It hits my fandom heart with those. Then I have the Owl Crate version of my Plain Jane, which I have read before. This is the first in the Janey series, and it is about Jane Eyre. I have the paperback version, but I wanted the hardback version because all my other versions are in hardback. I think I mentioned it, I have the Crimson Campaign, part of the Powder Mage trilogy, and hardback. The other two are in paperback. I am going to buy that in paperback, so it matches. So it needed to match. And while I did that, I bought the Owl Crate, the Litjoy edition of My Imaginary Mary. Now, this one is without pink pages. Some had pink pages, some didn't, and I guess this was a misprint, but I don't really care. So yeah, this is the second in the Mary series, and it's about Mary Shelley and Ada Lovelace. So Frankenstein and Ada Lovelace, who basically invented computers. She was like the first computer. And then two more books. I have The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. This is just a hardback. The next one is as well. And it's about witches. I don't have a lot of books about witches. I had one, but I got rid of it. I didn't really like it, but... So this is about witches who have maintained the climate. Their control is faltering, and it's up to Clara, who is magic is tied to every season. But she doesn't want to. Until shit happens, and then she's like, oh... Okay. And then there's romance as well. So, yes. I thought I'd expand, like, some of these I wouldn't normally pick up, but I was like, you know, if I'm gonna get them, I'll read them, I'll expand my horizons a little bit, you know, because like I said, there's some romances here, I don't usually read those, straight or, gay. So yeah, and then the final book is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. I loved this. I listened to it on audiobook. It makes me super excited to read her other two books that I have. I might just read all three of them. And this is, as I mentioned before, a Goose Girl retelling. It's about Vanya, who fucks up real bad and is cursed, and she has to figure out how to break her curse and like apologize basically. And there's some romance, which is really cute actually. It's not too romancy, like it's just like a little flirtation hint of it there. So yes, super excited to own this, expand my Margaret Owen collection. I think the second one's out already. So yeah, I know these are, you can like stick them into the book, but I don't know if I want to do that, so I'll just, oops, knock my earrings off the table. So yeah, that's my book haul. I really needed to do it because I've been so stressed with everything. Shopping. Book shopping specifically makes me calm down because books are my favorite thing. That's a whole other issue, really. But anyway, that was the haul. Thank you very much for watching. The next video I have coming up is the second of organizing my bookshelves before I got all these. So I don't know where I'm going to put them, but we'll figure it out. Alright, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.